Hey everyone, I would like all of you to welcome the new YouTube star and co-pastor of the Center for Spiritual Living in Fremont, your co-pastor, Reverend Cynthia Neal, Doctor.
Thank you, husband. That was so sweet. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Are you guys watching us on YouTube? Yes. I really want to acknowledge Ike at the back of the room. He has put so much work into, thank you, not only recording the videos, but editing them. That's what takes all the hours and hours of work. So that doesn't mean you're not supposed to come to services, okay? You still come to services and then watch it again later for a reminder. So our topic this morning is, what is your vision? And I want to begin with a story of a spiritual seeker who looked high and low for enlightenment. He traveled far and wide. And one day in his weariness, he stopped to rest, and he sat on a bench next to a lovely woman, and they began to talk. And he told her of his journey and how long it had taken and how he would not give up until he found the answers he was after. And she listened intently and shared with him that she too was a spiritual seeker. So they were really enjoying each other's company, sitting on this bench, connecting. And at some point, she took a cloth bundle from her bag and unwrapped it to reveal a beautiful jewel that clearly was priceless. The man had never seen anything so gorgeous in his life. He couldn't stop staring at it. It reflected the light, and it reflected the surroundings in its many facets, and he was so taken by it, he knew he had to have it for himself. And he asked the woman, he said, "What is this? I've never seen anything so beautiful, and I must confess, I want it for myself. I have to have it." So she wrapped it back up in the cloth and handed it to him and said, "Here, it's yours." And he was surprised and delighted, and at some point he took leave of her, just thrilled he had this beautiful, priceless jewel. But after a while, he returned to find her still sitting on the bench, and he gave her the cloth bundle with the jewel still inside, and he said, "You know, it's not the jewel I want. It's whatever is inside of you that allowed you to share it with me so freely." So each one of us already possesses a magnificent gift that is ours to share with the world. Today, we're going to talk about what that is, and it's unique for everyone. What is yours? What is your gift? What is your vision? It could be something lofty, like a cure for cancer or world peace or ending homelessness. It could be something kind of medium, like taking care of a neighbor, or campaigning for your political party locally, or helping in your community somehow. Or it could be something as simple and personal as losing weight, or falling in love, or just paying your bills on time. All of those are valid. There's no judgment as to right or wrong. There is no large or small in the universe. What is your vision? Your vision in particular. Jonathan Swift stated, "Vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others." What if we could not only tap into our vision, but make it visible to the world as well? What if we could share that for everyone, somehow bring it into view? Does everyone here have a vision for your life? If you do, raise your hand. If you don't, it's okay. I'm not singling anybody out. Okay. So, most people, okay. Where does our vision originate? Is it random? No? Where does it come from? Okay. All right. Okay. In here, which is God, right? It comes from God. Every idea we have, every vision, every dream comes complete with everything necessary to its manifestation. This is one of the most wonderful concepts in our teaching, and I remember hearing it for the first time and thinking, oh, that's interesting, kind of like sea monkeys. Right? All you do is add water. It comes complete with everything you need. Well, actually, at least for the people in my generation, sea monkeys were one of the greatest disappointments we experienced, right? Anybody? Can I get a witness, those of you who are my age, right? But with God, there's no disappointment. There is no disappointment at all. And every idea we have truly does come complete with everything necessary to its manifestation. How is this possible? It's possible because, and only because, there is a dynamic force ever creating and impelling the universe. We cannot see it, but we can observe evidence of it all around us. Everywhere we look. In fact, the fact that anything at all exists for us to observe proves its existence, doesn't it? Otherwise, there would be nothing at all. There wouldn't be anything, not even us. So a few minutes ago when I asked you where your vision originates, some of you put your hand on your chest or you said God or mine. So that's correct. It originates in God. And understanding our own divine origin and the divine origin of our vision requires our a priori acceptance of the existence of God. We must agree to agree that there is a power for good in the universe. God, the divine presence, it doesn't matter what you call it. It could be Brahman, the eternal essence, the supreme reality, or Shen, the creator of all things in heaven and earth, or Yahweh, the one true God, or the great goddess, mother of earth, or Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. It doesn't matter what you call it. Even in religions that don't worship a god per se, the idea of divinity is expressed in other terms. In Buddhism, it's enlightened consciousness. In Jainism, divinity refers to the intrinsic attribute of every soul that exemplifies infinite power, knowledge, peace, and bliss. So regardless of the belief system in which it is viewed, God is a very personal, individual thing. And I dare say, even within metaphysics, the understanding of God, the definition of God, varies from person to person. The important thing is to acknowledge, believe in, and live by our concept of the divine being, whatever that is. I like the definition from the Science of Mind glossary because Dr. Holmes tends to say things the way I like to hear them and in a way I understand them. He says God is the first cause, the great I am, the unborn one, the uncreated, the absolute or unconditioned, the one and only. Spirit, or the creative energy, which is the cause of all visible things. Love, wisdom, intelligence, power, substance, mind. The truth which is real and the principle which is dependable. Now, why do you think Dr. Holmes uses the word dependable? Think about that because we're going to return to this idea shortly. But what I want you to hold on to for right now is the idea that our vision, whatever it is divinely engendered and divinely ordained. Divinely engendered and divinely ordained. Once we establish within our understanding the belief in an all-powerful creative presence, what follows naturally is our acceptance that this divine one is the only one. Not simply the only God, okay? But the only thing at all. The only source, the only substance, the only thing at all. There is a wonderful book that was written in 1903, when some of you were little, entitled The Elements of Metaphysics by Professor A.E. Taylor. And I'm going to paraphrase him here, and probably badly.